Friday, 9:15 a.m. Another all hands. The agenda shows operational efficiency gains. Bullet 3 reads, thanks to consistent execution from core contributors. You scan the room's faces and realize no one looks at you. The praise is collective, but the work was yours. The bonus pool remains unchanged and the promotion list is still not shared. You think this is recognition, but it isn't. It's accounting. Your effort is being counted, not celebrated. When you consistently deliver high-quality work, your name appears on every critical path, and your manager forwards praise with a quick, nice work before immediately asking if you can handle the next one too. You say yes again and again, so the spreadsheet titled Q3 Deliverables blinks unanswered, its deadlines quietly shifting while your blocking time evaporates from the calendar. You were supposed to have Friday free, but now your rescheduled focus session sits buried under new requests, and the pattern repeats like a loop. You finish. They assign, you deliver, they add, you meet deadlines. They raise expectations. Yet you're not promoted, you're not invited to lead, you're just kept full. Your project tracker shows 98% completion, and that number matters. It's pulled into the monthly report and influences team bonuses. No one tracks the hours you stayed past 7 p.m. fixing someone else's lagging deliverable, and no one sees the draft strategy doc you wrote and never sent. Your competence funds someone else's workflow, and your reliability updates the shared KPI dashboard, which measures output but not effort, growth, or exhaustion. You once stayed late to fix a client report and caught an error no one else saw. The next morning, your manager forwarded the praise email and immediately asked you to take on the next one. That became the rhythm. Every success opens a door into more work, not upward, just deeper. The Friday team sync ends. You unmute, but your camera stays off. No one notices. The agenda document shows your name next to 4 action items, 2 of which belong to others who didn't show up. You did. That's how it starts. Presence becomes liability when consistency is mistaken for capacity, and your silence is interpreted as consent. You speak up, so they hear you. You deliver, so they depend on you. You show initiative, so they assume availability. But you're not leading, you're absorbing. You're added to the Thompson account because Sarah's out sick. You reply. On it before thinking. Already knowing Sarah's out sick means permanently reassigned. The team lead's bonus is tied to client retention, and your capacity is untracked. There's no field for employee bandwidth on the performance scorecard. So they take. You clear the task by 3 a.m. The client responds with gratitude. The team lead shares the win in the Monday all hands, and a slide flashes. Q2. Retention, up 12%. No one names you, but the data reflects your labor. The metric registers success. It does not ask if you slept. It does not measure your quiet disengagement, the slow erosion of motivation as you realize your contribution is indispensable, yet invisible. The recognition exists only in spreadsheets, not in speech. Your output is logged daily. Tasks closed, tickets resolved, reports submitted. Each one stamped with a timestamp and your initials. The team lead reviews the sprint report every Friday at 10 a.m. It's a 2-page PDF with shaded bars and completion percentages. Your name appears in 7 of the top 10 lines. That's what gets attention. Growth sits outside the metric. No column tracks skill development. No field records initiative beyond task ownership, so your extra work becomes expected, not exceptional. Every act of initiative you took last quarter has quietly been folded into someone else's plan. The coaching session scheduled for Tuesday at 2 p.m. gets pushed twice, then cancelled. The calendar invite disappears, so the coaching stops. The leadership program application deadline passes. You didn't submit. No one reminded you. The form requires a manager endorsement and your manager hasn't opened it. Your manager's quarterly bonus is tied to team velocity. The finance team calculates it every 90 days. They pull numbers from the project management tool. They count completed tasks. They do not count effort distribution. They do not subtract overflow from one person's plate. Your exhaustion never reaches the spreadsheet. Your completed tasks raise the average. The metric improves. The bonus increases. Your name doesn't appear in the payout summary, but your labor fuels it. The leadership track review happens in November. The form asks for demonstrated leadership and defines it as strategic influence, team development. You've done neither because you've been assigned execution work. The form doesn't accept carried 3 extra accounts for 6 months as evidence. So you stay off the list. The development budget gets allocated to others. The conference invite goes out, not to you. The calendar shows the event. Your name isn't on the attendee sheet, so you don't attend. Your Slack status stays green from 8 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. You don't set auto-replies. You don't block focus time, so your calendar fills with tasks that don't appear on your job description. The client onboarding template lists your role as analyst, but the escalation log shows your name on 5 crisis resolutions. That data isn't linked to promotion criteria. You once drafted a process improvement and sent it to your manager. They replied, "Good thinking," and filed it. The next quarter's planning doc doesn't reference it. The process remains unchanged. Your initiative had no downstream effect, so you stop submitting ideas. You start checking tasks off just to clear the list. Not to grow, not to impress, just to breathe. You stop volunteering. You delay replies by 2 hours. You begin rationing effort. Your work is still good. But it's no longer given. It's allocated. You've learned the economy of survival. This is what I call the reliability ledger. Every act of dependability is recorded as a debit against your growth. You deliver, and the account charges you another assignment. You are not failing. You are functioning exactly as the structure requires, yet you are not advancing. You are being used. You think visibility leads to opportunity, yet your visibility only registers as availability. You assume excellence will be noticed, but the system only tracks throughput, so you deliver, and deliver, and deliver, until you forget why you started. But you can shift. First, set clear boundaries and prioritize your tasks. When another request arrives, say this: "I can only take on 3 tasks at a time. Can we prioritize them together?" Use the team's Monday stand-up document. List all open items. Ask your manager to rank them. Not negotiate, just rank. The act forces visibility. It makes your workload tangible. It shifts the burden of decision from you to the hierarchy. The calendar invite for the weekly planning call is your leverage. Use it. Second, seek growth opportunities outside of your current role. Don't wait to be chosen. Initiate. Say this in your next one-on-one: "I'm interested in exploring other opportunities within the company. Can we discuss possible options?" Ask for names. Ask for introductions. Ask for a 90-day rotation. The internal mobility form exists. Fill it out. It triggers a process. Processes are harder to ignore than please. Third, stop being instant. Availability is a habit you trained into them. You answer in minutes, so they expect minutes. Retrain it. When a non-urgent request lands, wait 2 hours before you reply. Say this: "I saw your message. I'll pick this up this afternoon. Then actually wait. The task will still be there. The urgency was never yours. You manufactured it with your own response time. Every delayed reply resets the expectation. Every instant one confirms it. You are not being unresponsive. You are repricing your attention. Do not do these all at once. Choose one, start small, say the words, and watch what happens. Here's the part nobody warns you about. Wednesday, 2:14 p.m. You're in a budget review. The projector hums. The slide reads, cost per delivered outcome. Your name appears twice. You didn't know you were benchmarked. No one told you. You sit in the third chair from the left. Your notebook is blank. You're present, but you're not there. Your breathing slows. Your thoughts drift to lunch, to home, to silence. You feel like a ghost, invisible and unnoticed, with a sense of desperation creeping in. The room continues without you, as if your presence is assumed, but your person is irrelevant. Afterward, you walk to your desk. The HR Pulse survey email waits. How engaged do you feel? You hover over the scale. You select 3, not high, not low, just enough to avoid follow-up. The truth is too long to type. The survey doesn't have a field, for I used to love this work. You open your task list. 8 new items, 1 marked ASAP. You close the tab. You stare at the window. The city moves below. You don't. You were not seen. You were measured. Excellence has no metric.